So I think for this ethical roundtable, I think we would talk about just small businesses in the sense of the coronavirus and the principle of ethics and justice relating back to the principle of utility, and kind of actions are right in the proportion of their tendency to maximize happiness, pleasure, or some other human good. And for me, my mom's family, it goes back to 1929, has been selling meats originally, and now a grocery store in my community back home in Carroll County, Maryland. And kind of right now with the coronavirus, the question is, how do we serve the community to our best ability, and how do we serve our employees to the best ability so we can maximize good for them. And right now the CDC is recommending that as we enter cold season and kind of cold and flu season, that people with symptoms, so sniffly nose, kind of runny nose, or like just normal cold symptoms, maybe a little cough, maybe feeling a little achy, that they quarantine and isolate for 10 days. And as you enter the cold season, as a small business, can you, one, stay open under those rules, and can you enforce those rules? And if we can't enforce the rules, are we providing happiness to those around them? If a coworker next to me while I'm at work, if I were to work there, had a runny nose, am I feeling safe? Am I going to be happy at work with the thought that maybe they have the coronavirus? Can we tell that? Can we judge that? And then that question comes, can we serve the community? Can we provide quality groceries? We're a small grocery business. We thrive off fresh local produce, fresh quality meat products versus whole grocery shopping. You're going to buy your full grocery cart at our store. And how do we maximize the pleasure of our store, in the sense that we're delivering the quality goods we promise to deliver every day? And are we doing that in a way that is effective for both the community and our employees? I think right now that's a really hard topic because the CDC is recommending these quarantining and shutting down, but we don't have enough employees as a small business to really do that. If one person comes in with a stuffy nose, they're out for 10 days. We're relying on that person to work within those 10 days, so we have to rework the schedule, and we have less than 100 employees working. So what happens when 10 of them can't work for 10 to 14 days? What does that look like for our store, and how does that impact those? And that's a question that my mom and her brother and sister and my grandmother have struggling to answer at the moment. At the moment, they're recommending that and pushing people to get tested so they can have a negative result, and that's going to override them. But that's costly, and where does that cost fall? Are we, as a store, do you provide monetary assistance in those situations, and what does that look like, and how much of a burden can you take on as a small business when you have competitors like Walmart and Wise down the road who are constantly seem to be draining more customers? And what does that look like? And just these answers where are our actions maximizing good for the community and providing quality products that are local and they're fresh and they're the best we can offer, and where our actions are not doing that? Is doing a subpar job because we have less employees due to quarantining and self-isolation just as good as our top job? And I think that's a question that's really hard and an ethical decision, because what's the right decision there? What's the best for the community and our workers? And is it right to let them work with a runny nose, or just cold symptoms or allergy symptoms and things like that? What's the right decision? And where does the trust fall, and how do you navigate these waters? And it's just a really mind-boggling situation, and really, I guess, hard to watch as it directly impacts my family and the well-being of many people who are very close to me. And it's really interesting. I think it really calls for a discussion of what's the best practice here.